Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well and a little late night baseball. We're going to continue with our 1969 one-and-done tournament. It will be the number 15 seeded Expos, 52 wins, 110 losses, taking on the 2-seeded Pittsburgh Pirates, 88 wins, 74 losses. This is the first bracket of 16. Remember, the top 8 teams got automatic buys into the second round and the second bracket of 16. So let's get to the starting lineups and roll some Strat-O-Matic baseball. We will be using advanced rules to the best of my ability, and also I picked up from watching baseball demos, if you are holding on a runner, the range of the fielder holding on the runner will be increased by 1, which is not good. At the ballpark, we have Bears Den 007, Big Clue, and Carl Kolchak, the Night Stalker. That was a good show. I like that show. And also would like to wish Kenny Castro, a member of the FOC for a long time, friend of the channel, friend of the community, happy birthday. Many happy, healthy ones to come. So God bless Kenny Castro. All right, so here we go to the starting lineups. The Montreal Expos, the 15 seed, looking to pull off the upset in Pittsburgh against the Pirates, the 2 seed in the first bracket at 16. Klein will lead off and play center field for the Expos. Sutherland's at second and will bat second. Legrand à l'orange, Rusty Staub is in right, batting third. Mac Jones is in left, and he's the cleanup hitter. LeBoy bats fifth at third base. Fairley, the former Dodger, bats sixth, and he plays first. Brand will do the catching, batting seventh. Wine, W-I-N-E, and I forgot to look up how to pronounce that gentleman's name, will bat eighth and play short. We're going to say Wine for now. And doing the pitching, batting ninth, is Jerry Robertson. Robertson had a record of 5 wins, 16 losses, but his ERA was not bad, 3.96. Well, in that era, it was probably not good, but 3.96. For the favored number 2 seeded Pittsburgh Pirates, Alou is in center field, followed by Richie Hebner playing third. Willie Stargell will be in left, and then the cleanup hitter, the great Roberto Clemente, in right. Al Oliver will bat fifth and play first base. Manny Seguin will do the catching, batting sixth. Batting seventh at second base is Ali, and Freddie Patek, the little general, will bat eighth and play short. Bob Moose is on the bump for the Pirates. His record was 14-3, and we went with him because he had a 2.91 ERA. Captain Carl's at the ballpark. Hope all is well. And let's roll some Strat-O-Matic baseball. And this is our second game in our 1969 one-and-done tournament. All right, so Klein will lead things off. That's Ty Klein. He's a left-handed batter. And he'll face Bob Moose, who's a righty. Moose is ready to work. The first roll is on its way. The pitch to Ty Klein. 3-10. Right-handed pitcher. 3-10, and that is a 14. That is a single to center, so he lashes that fastball to center. Had it been a 1-12, would have been a triple, but it's a 14, so that is a single to center for Ty Klein. Not a base running, not a stealing threat. He's a C stealer. And Seguin has a neutral arm. Moose has a -4 hold, so Klein is going. Did I just? No, that's right. Klein plays for the Expos, absolutely. Okay, I want to make sure I didn't put the wrong teams underneath one another, the same team. Mark Jones is at the ballpark. Hope all is well. Thank you for joining us. So Ty Klein is at first with a single, and I'll bring up Gary Sutherland. Sutherland's an A bunter. They're going to bunt, so they're going to play for the bunt, so he'll become a B bunter. Here's the pitch for Moose, and that's a 3. That is going to be an excellent roll on the B bunt. Batter beats out the bunt. Runners advance 1 base, so Klein advances to second. And Sutherland gets a bunt base hit as he just drops the perfect bunt into no man's land. pushing it past the pitcher. So Sutherland's at first, Klein's at second. I'm going to call that a bunt hit. First and second, no out. Here come the Expos looking to jump off to a quick lead here. As Mark Jones says, miss the Expos, yeah. And here comes La Grande à l'Orange. Rusty Staub, left-handed batter. Seguin sets the target. The pitch to La Grande à l'Orange. That's a 1-9 off a right-handed pitcher. 1-9, that's a walk. Bases are juiced. Bob Moose. He's pitching more like Bullwinkle. So a walk to La Grande à l'Orange. Rusty Staub. The bases are loaded for the cleanup hitter, Mac Jones, the left fielder. The mayor of Jonestown, I believe they used to call him. Left-handed batter. Seguin goes out to have a word with Moose now, back behind the plate. Mac Jones ready to grip and rip. Pirates will play normal, hoping for two. The windup and the pitch to Mac Jones. 6-5. Left-handed batter. 6-5. Ground ball to short. The shortstop is Freddie Patek. He's a 3 and a 5. So a 3 and a 5 is a ground ball C. Ground ball C. Batter is out at first. Runners advance one base. So the only play is to first. Mac Jones will pick up an RBI. Scoring from third is Klein. 1-0 Expos. Sutherland goes to third. Staub goes to second on the soft hit ground ball to Freddie Patek. So Jones is out 6-3 but picks up a ribby. So that was a productive out. They would have liked more. Sutherland at third, Staub at second, 1 out, and now bring up the third baseman, Coco LaBoy. Righty-righty matchup. Seguin wiggles the fingers, the pitch to Coco LaBoy. 1-7, 1-7, and that's a 3, and that's going to be a gap shot double to left center field. My God, the Expos are all over this. 1-7, 2 stars. Both runners will score. 3-0 Expos. Sutherland trots in from third. La Grande à l'Orange. Rusty Staub motors in from second. And Coco LaBoy does the samba at second base, and he's just knocked in 2. He has 2 ribbies. 3-0 Expos, as I should probably put that up on the scoreboard, the Chris Anderson scoreboard. And we're also going to put up here, or over here, I guess. Right there. Okay. 3-0 Expos. So Southern and Staub score. On the Coco LaBoy double. So Coco is at second. And here comes Ron Fairley, the former Dodger. And Bob Moose 2 runs away from hitting point of weakness. So here comes Ron Fairley, left-handed batter. Moose is in trouble. The Pirates get their bullpen up. This is 1-done. Fairley wants to grip and rip. LaBoy is an E-stealer. They're not holding him close. Here's the pitch to Ron Fairley. 6-8, left-handed batter. 6-8, fly ball, center field B. That'll be out number 2. Making the catch in center is Alou. Coco LaBoy, fly ball B, will hold at second. And there's 2 away. As Moose tries to regroup here. Then I'll bring up the number 7 batter, the catcher, Ron Brand. LeBoy will be off on contact. Do we want to hold him on? Now it makes a big difference. So, righty, if we hold him on, it would be the second baseman holding him on. LeBoy 1 through 9, so it'll be 1 through 11. They're not going to hold him close. Brand trying to make it a 4-0 lead. He awaits the Moose offering. Pitch homeward bound by Bob Moose. Moose fires in a 6-10. Righty matchup. 6-10. Ground ball to third. Third baseman is Richie Hebner. He's a 3, and that's a 12. 3-12 goes to an error check. Hebner's an E26. This could be trouble. E26 for Richie Hebner. That's a 9. So let's find the 26. A 9, Hebner backhands it, fires across to Oliver, and the side is retired. Nice job by Richie Hebner on a hard hit ball as he snared it with his backhand. But the Expos score 3 in the top of the first off Bob Moose and the Pirates. We go to the bottom of the first, 3-0 Montreal Expos. Due up for the Pirates, Alou, Hebner, and Stargell. If anyone gets on, Roberto Clemente. Dave Gardner's at the ballpark. Hope all is well. Oh, he says, I'm playing the 1980 World Series with Strat. Awesome. That was the Kansas City Royals and Philadelphia Phillies. Yeah, because Kansas City finally beat the freaking Yankees, and then they would lose to the Phillies. How's it going, Dave? Are you playing? I assume you're playing Basic, which is a great game. I'm going to throw a few Basic games up with my old card sets that are only Basic, trying to figure out what to do with those. All right, here come the Pirates. And again, thank you for stopping in, Dave Gardner. Check out that wonderful YouTube channel. Also, check out Digital Dice and HockeyTournaments.com, because before you know it, hockey will be back in this area. So here comes Matty Alou, left-handed batter. Jerry Robertson on the mound with a 3-0 lead. He deals to Matty Alou. How do you do? 4-12 to Alou. Left-handed batter, 4-12. Ground ball back to Jerry Robertson. Jerry Robertson is a 5. That is god-awful. Flip the chart. 5, and that is a 5. So we go to an error check. He lucks out there, as that ball was going to go right through his wickets. Robertson is an E8, which is not bad, and that's an 8. And Robertson knocks the ball down, scrambles off the mound, picks it up, throws to first. 1 out, so nice play by Jerry Robertson. That ball was slated for center field, but instead it's an out, 1-3. So Matty Alou is retired. And we'll bring up Richie Hebner, the son of a gravedigger, and that's a true story. Dave Gardner says, Basic, yeah, 2 great finishes. Series tied 1-1. Schmidt singled, winning run in the 9th with 2 outs to tie the series. That's cool. Basic is a wonderful game with Strat-O-Matic. Regardless of what we think of the company, the card and dice game for baseball is wonderful, in my opinion. Along with, I like playing a lot of Pine Tar, which I just picked up. I'm looking forward to the 1990s set great teams, the 2010 set great teams, and a couple of Japanese sort of like all-star teams. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. I do enjoy Pine Tar also. And our good friend Kirk Birkland and James Formo. Here's Richie Hebner, 1 out, no one on, left-handed batter, Richie Hebner. Robertson is a righty, the windup and the pitch to Hebner. Robertson tosses up a 3-7, right-handed pitcher. 3-7, fly ball deep to center field, racing back at the track, reaching up, and making the catch is Ty Klein. 2 down. So Hebner gave it a ride. He just missed that pitch, as that 3 column is really good for Richie off right-handed pitching. So 2 outs. And Jerry Robertson looking for a 1-2-3 inning, but he has to get past Willie Stargell. This is pre-pop. Stargell a lefty. Brand sets the target, the pitch to Stargell. 3-10 to Willie, right-handed pitcher. 3-10, ground ball to short. Up with it is Wine, throws to Fairley, and the side is retired 6-3. So a good job after getting 3 runs in the top of the first. The Expos and Jerry Robertson shut the Pirates down. We go to the top of the second, 3-0 Montreal. Remember, Montreal is the 15 seed, and the first bracket is 16. The Pirates are the 2 seed. What an upset this would be. And here comes Bob Moose back out on the mound, in danger of hitting point of weakness. Well before his 7 innings, he's given up 3 runs, and let's just double check the point of weakness rule. 5-1, 6-2, 7-3. So if he gives up 3 more runs in this inning, he will hit point of weakness. Bob Wine followed by Robertson, the pitcher, and Klein, the top of the order. Bobby Wine strides to the plate, right-handed batter, righty-righty matchup. Bob Moose is ready to work. He deals to Bobby Wine. 6-9. Is it fine for Bobby Wine? 6-9. Swing and a miss. Challenged him with the heat, and that's out number 1. And that will bring up the pitcher, Bob Moose. Mark Jones, you're right. They were bad. They had 52 wins and 110 losses. Very close. Good job, Mark. You said 53 losses. So let's just flip this card here. We are letting the pitchers hit. Oh, boy. And he's a 1 hitting card, which you have to pray to roll off the pitcher's card, as he's practically an automatic out here. Moose deals quickly to Jerry Robertson, and it's a 2-6. 2-6, swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks for Bob Moose, so it looks like he's righted the ship with the bottom of the order here. And that goes like that, so when we flip it, yeah, okay. Top of the order, Ty Klein, center fielder, singled and scored. 2 outs, no one on. Left-handed batting Klein. Seguin wiggles the fingers, sets the target. The pitch from Moose. Moose fires in a 1-8. Right-handed pitcher, 1-8. Line shot right at the second baseman. A great reaction as Ali snares the liner, and the side is retired. A great job on the line out by Ali. So 1-2-3 go the Expos. We go to the bottom of the second, 3-0 Montreal. This is a one-and-done tournament, so anything can happen. 1969, again, we'd like to thank our good friend Sean Shiflett for gifting us this 1969 set. And I apologize for the sniffles. My allergies are killing me. Elin Olaf, hope all is well. Check out that wonderful channel. All right, so due up in the bottom of the second for the Pirates. Why is that not over there? There we go. All right. Clemente, Oliver, and Manny Seguin. Down by 3. Roberto Clemente, right-handed batter. Absolutely wonderful. All-time great. Jerry Robertson back up on the bump. The windup and the pitch to Clemente. 3-8. Will it be great for Roberto Clemente? Righty-righty matchup. 3-8. Fly ball center field. Klein going back at the track. Makes the catch. 1 out. 4 up, 4 down for the Pirates. Off the arm of Jerry Robertson. That'll bring up one of my all-time favorite players. I always say non-Red Sox. Al Oliver. When I play any type of open world game, I always try to trade to get Al Oliver. He's a left-handed batting first baseman. Brand sets the target, the pitch to Al Oliver. 4-5, left-handed batter. 4-5, strike 3 looking. Robertson freezes him with the breaking pitch. That's a first K for Robertson. 5 up, 5 down now for Jerry Robertson and the Montreal Expos. 2 outs, no one on for an excellent hitting catcher, Manny Seguin. Digs in the right-hander's batter's box. Pirates looking for their first hit off Robertson. Robertson kicks and deals to Seguin. 2-5. Righty-righty matchup. 2-5. And there it is. Single to center on the 2-5. So Manny Seguin picks up the Pirates' first hit with a single to center. He's a C stealer. 1 through 14. They will hold him close, so the range of the first baseman will go down by, or will increase by 1, excuse me. And I'll bring up the number 7 batter, Gene Ollie, who made that great catch on the line drive to end the top of the second off the bat of Klein. So here's Gene Ollie. Seguin being held on by Fairley. So Fairley's range will go from a 2 to a 3. Robertson looks to first. Now in at Brand. The pitch to Gene Ollie. 5-8. Righty-righty matchup. 5-8 and a 15. Single to center. Seguin on the 2 stars is going to go first to third. So here come the Pirates, as that Jerry Robertson magic has just gone away after the first 2 outs, back-to-back singles from Seguin and Ollie. Pirates have runners on the corners, and the tying run comes to the plate in the little general Freddie Patek, and they will not pitch to Patek. Patek will be automatically walked because here comes the automatic out. Yeah, you have to walk Patek. They're going to walk Freddie Patek and pitch to the pitcher. So an intentional walk. Ollie moves up to second. Patek at first. This is a risky move for the Expos, as I'm pushing the cards all over the place. I apologize. Now bring up Bob Moose. Can he help his own cause here? Moose, again, a one-hitter's card. And he has to hope to roll off the pitcher's card here. No place to put Bob Moose. Will he hit like Bullwinkle or be a Bull Moose? Robertson deals quickly to his counterpart, Bob Moose, and that's a 6-11. He's a right-handed, weak-hitting batter. 6-11, fly ball, right field X. Boy, could this backfire here. 6-11. Your phone's on the kitchen table. As Nurse Teresa makes an appearance. I love you, honey. I love you too. Thank you. So 6-11, right fielder is Rusty Staub. He's a 4 range, and that's a 15. So I think Rusty Staub will be all right here. 4-15. No, it's going to drop in. Oh, my Lord. 4-15. Al Red Sox fan needs to get new glasses, but everything's closed. It drops in. Staub can't get there. On the blooper, he makes a diving attempt. Bob Moose helps his own cause. And I'm going to torture myself. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't matter because it would have still been off of the pitcher's card. So Bob Moose singles. 2 stars. Seguin scores from third. Ollie races around from second and touches home plate. Patek goes first to third. And Bob Moose has just pulled the Pirates to within one, with a 2-out single that produces fruit. 2 ribbies for Bob Moose. And it's now 3-2. So all that strategy to get to the weak hitting pitcher did not work. Seguin and Ollie score. The Jerry Robertson magic is gone. Patek is at third. An extremely slow-footed Bob Moose is at first, but he just knocked in 2 with a blooper to right. Staub put on a good charge, put the diving effort in, smothered the ball, but did not make the catch. Top of the order for Matty Alou, who's 0 for 1. Thomas Williamson, hope all is well. Coco LaBoy, my favorite 1969 Expo. Cool. As Mark Jones says, wow. And either way, Patek would have got the hit because it was off the pitcher's card. So Rusty Staub's defense comes into play. Tying run at third base. Go-ahead run at first. 2 outs, 3-2 Expos. As now they cling to a 1-run lead. Here's the pitch to one of the Alou brothers, Matty. Robertson fires in a 2-3. What will it be? We shall see. Right-handed pitcher, 2-3. Ground ball to first. Fairly has it. Races to the bag, and the side is retired. Second ground out by Alou. 3 unassisted. But with 2 outs, Bob Moose bloops a single to right and knocks in 2 and brings the Pirates to within 1. Expos 3, Pirates 2, top of the third coming up. Okay. Now let's flip that over. That was a bit wild and crazy, as we like to say. As Mark Jones hit that out of the ballpark with the wow. As Dave Gardner says, I had the Bat Boy double off the wall one time. I mean, again, if you roll on the pitcher's hitting card on a hitting card 1, it's an automatic out. I think there's a walk, like 1 walk on there somewhere. But it's practically an automatic out. So, all right, top of the third. Expos up by 1. Bob Moose has really settled in. And he'll face Sutherland, Staub, and Jones. Sutherland had a bunt hit on a sacrifice attempt and scored. So he's 1 for 1. The pitch to Gary Sutherland from Bob Moose. That's a 1-9 righty-righty matchup. 1-9 and a 15. That is a fly ball deep to left, racing back. And leaping and making the catch is Willie Stargell. 1 out. Nice play by Willie Stargell. As that's a 1-9 home run, 1-3, but we rolled a 15, and that's just a deep fly out, and that is another great play by the Pirates. Willie Stargell makes the leaping catch, bangs into the wall. Yes, I did see ID's hockey game. Very excited about that. He's been working a long time on it. And I do want... Here's the thing. I just picked up a basketball game from Sideline Strategies. It's a fun game. I'm going to have to cut the cards out because it's definitely more of a card flipping game. You try to play that with dice, it takes so long to look at all the charts. I've been trying to modify it because I want to show it on the channel, but it's just not feasible. It's really... The basketball plays long. Football, card, and dice plays long. I'm going to get back to my... ID's inspired me to get back to my game, my football game, which is loosely based on... or at least making some more teams for Fran Tarkenton football, which to me is the best card and dice football game ever produced, as it's an offensive play calling game with defensive play cards. Because it's just, for card and dice, unless it's a quick play or a fast action like Dave Gardner's shown, I can't remember the game, they go so long to play by yourself. Yeah, there are a few good hitting pitchers in Strat, and Bob Moose is not one of them. He just lucked out. So here comes Rusty Staub with 1 out, 3-2 lead for the Expos, trying to build it up again. La Grande à l'Orange walked and scored. The windup and the pitch from Moose has a red die stuck to my finger. That's a 2-3. What will it be? Right-handed pitcher, 2-3. Ground ball to first. 1 hopper. Snaring it is Oliver. He'll toss to Moose for out number 2, scoring at home 3-1. So 2 up, 2 down. Bob Moose had the hiccup in the first and has really settled in nice, and also knocked in 2 runs with a clutch bloop single to right in the bottom of the second. 3-2 Expos. Here comes Mac Jones, who had a ground out for a ribby. Jones, left-handed batter. The windup and the pitch from Moose. 2-8. Right-handed pitcher, 2-8. And Mac Jones gets a hold of that one. He sends that ball deep to center field and gone. 1-17 on the 2-8. We rolled a 13. And just like that, the Expos get one back on the Mac Jones homer. He's now knocked in 2. The mayor of Jonestown greeted quite joyously in the dugout. Bippity boppity boom to the moon, Alice. Boom goes the ball, and Mac Jones touches them all. 4-2 Expos, so they get one back. What a shot by Mac. And that'll bring up Coco LeBoy. LeBoy doubled in 2 runs. He's 1 for 1. 4-2 Expos. 2 outs. Bob Moose ready to regroup. The windup and the pitch to Coco LeBoy. 1-4. Will it close the door on Coco? 1-4. Jammed him. Popped up right side. Oliver calling for it. He'll make the catch, and the side is retired. But the bippity-boppity boom to the moon by the mayor of Jonestown, Mac Jones, makes it a 4-2 game. We go to the bottom of the third here in Pittsburgh. 4-2 Expos, due up for the Pirates. Hebner, Stargell, and Clemente, the heart of the Pirate order. Hope everyone's doing well out there. If you have allergies, how are they doing? My allergies are bad. So here comes Richie Hebner, son of the Gravedigger, flew out to center. He's 0 for 1. Stargell on deck. Jerry Robertson gets a run back, has a 2-run lead once again. The left-handed Hebner awaits the Robertson offering. Pitch homeward bound. 3s across the board. 3-6. Right-handed pitcher. 3-6. And Hebner singles to left. So Hebner goes the other way on the breaking pitch. And I'll bring the tying run to the plate. Hebner now 1 for 2. Tying run at the plate in Willie Stargell. Stargell grounded to short. He's 0 for 1. Hebner will not be held on. The pitch to Stargell. Expos hoping for a double play ball off the Stargell bat. 1-4. Does it close the door on Willie? Right-handed pitcher. 1-4. No, ball 4. So Stargell battles Robertson to a walk. Hebner moves to second. The tying runs are now on for Roberto Clemente, who flew out deep to center. 4-2 ball game here in Pittsburgh. Winner advances, loser goes home. Expos giving the Pirates all they can handle early in this game. Here's Roberto. Clemente awaits the Robertson offering, the windup and the pitch to Clemente. 5-9 to Roberto Clemente. That was a 10. That was a 10 here. My hand hit the... God damn it, I'm going to do it again. 5-9. Right-handed batter, 5-9. And that ball is deep to left, but not deep enough. At the wall, making the catch is Mac Jones. Retreating back to second, and first are Hebner and Stargell. So another fly out to Clemente. That was a 5-9. 5-9 home run, 1 through 8. It's a 10. And that's a deep fly out to left. So Clemente just misses once again. He's zeroing in on Robertson. So with 1 out, 2 on, it'll be the first baseman, Al Oliver. Left-handed batter. He struck out his first time up. The only K that Robertson has recorded. Hebner takes a slight lead from second. Stargell his lead from first. The pitch to Al Oliver. 4-2, how do you do? 4-2, left-handed batter. 4-2, hard hit ball to first. Fairly fires to win. Back to first to Robertson. Double play, inning over. You won't see anything sweeter than that. 3-6-1. A hustling Jerry Robertson gets the first, makes a wonderful stretch. The Pirates get their first 2 runners on, but to no avail. 3-6-1. Double play. And the side is retired. So the Pirates threaten, but do not score. We go to the top of the fourth. 4-2. Expos. Due up for Montreal, Fairley, Brand, and Wine. So Oliver hit the ball extremely hard. A scorching one hopper to Fairley, who then went to Wine. Great relay throw to Jerry Robertson, who really hustled to get over to first. And what a stretch by Robertson as they just nipped Oliver at the bag. Top of the fourth. Fairley, Brand, and Wine to face Bob Moose. 4-2 Montreal. Ron Fairley flew out to center. He's 0 for 1. The pitch to Fairley. 6-8. Left-handed batter. 6-8. Fly ball, center field. That's going to be out number 1. Making the catch is Alou. So Fairley flies out to Alou for a second time. He's now 0 for 2. Here comes the catcher, Ron Brand, for the Expos. He grounded to third, 0 for 1. Seguin sets the target. The pitch to his counterpart, Brand. 3-7, righty-righty matchup. 3-7, ball 4. So Brand is on for the first time. And here come the Expos once again. 1 out, 1 on. Brand will not be held on. He's a D-stealer. Here comes Bobby Wynn. Or Bobby Wine. One or the other. I forgot to look up how to pronounce his name. Bobby Wine, we'll call it. I bet you it's Wynn. I bet you the E's silent at the end. Bobby Wynn. Robertson on deck. We're not going to do the whole walk thing again. Of course, that was for the Pirates. Wynn was a strikeout victim. 1 out, 1 on. Moose hoping for the double play ball. He deals to Bobby Wine. 5-3, what will it be? We shall see on the 5-3 righty-righty matchup. 5-3, single to right. Single to right. Brand, 1 through 13, was not being held on. So it's 1 through 13. So Wine single to right. Yeah, and Clemente has a -5 arm, so Brand will go station to station. First and second. 1 out, and here comes the pitcher. Robertson, he's a C bunter. And again, he has that number 1 hitting card. It's Wine like the drink. Thank you, our good friend Sports Time Machine. Bruce DiGiorgio, hope all is well. Thank you for joining us. Remember, check out Sports Time Machine. Lots of wonderful stuff on that station. All right, so it's Wine. Thank you very much. So I was right. 1 out. I think we're going to have Jerry Robertson bunt. I think they would play for the bunt, so he'd go from a C to a D. Oh, God. He's a D bunter. Because if they play for the bunt, it goes from a C to a D. He's going to square to bunt, and we're hope for a low roll. And that's a 10, so that's going to be awful. A 10 on a D. We should have just let him swing away. 10 on a D. Batter is safe. Lead runner is thrown out by pitcher. Other runners advance 1 base. So a horrible bunt by Jerry Robertson. He bunts it way too hard. Bob Moose goes to third. They erase Brand. He is out. Advancing to second is Wine. Robertson reaches on the fielder's choice on the failed bunt. And that is 1-5. So first and second. Robertson 1 through 10 base runner. Oh. Brand is erased at third. Bobby Wine at second, and the pitcher, Jerry Robertson, at first. So 2 outs now. Top of the order for Ty Klein, 4-2 Expos. Klein has singled and scored and was robbed of another single on the great play by the second baseman, Gene Ollie. The windup and the pitch from Bob Moose, 3-7. 3-7. Right-handed pitcher, 3-7 and an 8. Fly ball, left center field, racing and making the dive is Alou! What a catch by Alou on the 3-7 double with a 1. It's an 8. It's a fly out center field. What a great catch again. Klein robbed of extra bases. This time a hit last time on the great play by Alou and the prior time by Gene Ollie. Expos strand 2. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 4-2 Montreal. As Bob Moose tips his cap to his center fielder. Due up for the Pirates, Seguin, Ali, and Patek, and that hitting machine named Bob Moose, who knocked in 2 on a blooper to right. So the Expos threaten, but do not score. Let's see if we can straighten out these cards. So Jerry Robertson takes a quick swig of water. Now he's back up on the mound. And here's Manny Seguin. Seguin's 1 for 1. He singled and scored. The pitch to Manny. Robertson fires into Seguin a 5-12. That's boxcars. 5-12. Ground ball to third. Defense check. Third baseman is LeBoy. He's a 4. And that's a 5. That's not going to be bueno. 4, 5. That's a double down the line. So a 4-5 is a double down the line for Manny Seguin. And he's 2 for 2. Again, that was a 5-12. Yep, third base defense check. Double down the line into left. Tying run will come to the plate in Gene Ollie. On deck, Freddie Patek. Will they bunt Seguin over, let Ollie swing away? Ollie is a C bunter. They're going to let Ollie swing away. Robertson peeks over his shoulder, now looks in, picks up the sign. From Brand, the pitch to Gene Ollie. 4-4. Will it close the door? Right-handed batter, 4-4. Fly ball, center field, X. The center fielder is Klein. He's a 2, and that's a 14. 2-14. 2-14. Fly ball C. So Klein will make the catch on the deep fly ball. On the fly ball coming in. Runners hold. So Seguin holds on the shallow hit fly ball to center. And there's 1 out. So good job by Robertson there. 4-2. Expos. Now I'll bring up Freddie Patek. Do we dare walk Patek again? I say yes. And Patek will get the intentional pass. Actually, let's think about this. Patek. Yep, they're going to intentionally walk Freddie Patek, set up the double play. Second time, the light-hitting diminutive shortstop is intentionally walked. First and second, Seguin still on second. Here comes Bob Moose. Moose singled his first time up. He blooped 1 to right. Rusty Staub made a dive for it and knocked in 2 with 2 outs. Those are the only 2 runs scored by the Pirates, 4-2. Can Bob Moose do it again? Jerry Robertson determined to get his counterpart out. He rocks and fires it into Bob Moose. That's a 2-9. 2-9. Double play ball. As Moose makes hard contact. A shot to first. Fairly has it. Throws to short and gets the relay throw. And the inning is over. That goes 3-6-3. Another double play ball. So that was Fairly to Wine back to Fairly. 3-6-3. That time it worked. We go to the top of the fifth. 4-2 Expos looking to pull off an upset here. So that time the strategy worked. No Bob Moose magic. The leadoff double goes for naught by Manny Seguin. As Bob Moose, shaking his head, goes back out to the mound to do battle with the Expos batters. Due up for Montreal in the top of the fifth, a 4-2 lead. Sutherland, Staub, and Mac Jones. Last time Mac Jones was up, he homered. Here comes Gary Sutherland. Sutherland has a bunt base hit on a sacrifice attempt and then was robbed on a great catch in left by Stargell. As he nearly sent one out, Stargell went crashing into the wall, making the catch. Here's the pitch, homeward bound from Moose to Sutherland. 5-5. Right-handed batter. 5-5 and a 10. And this time Sutherland lashes one to center. And that's going to be over the head of Alou and get to the wall. So Sutherland with a leadoff double. The Expos really hitting the ball here. And here comes Legrand a l'Orange, Rusty Staub. Staub's a B bunter. But I think you got to let Legrand a l'Orange hit here. 4-2. Staub has walked and scored and grounded to first. Mac Jones on deck. Jones is knocked in 2 with a ground out and a homer. Will Staub bunt? We would assume. I always assume if someone's bunting, they know the bunt's coming. They play for the bunt. We're going to let Staub swing away. Probably a mistake here. You got to try to score runs. Of course, if we bunt him over to third. Yep, Staub's going to swing away. Here's the pitch to Legrand a l'Orange. Moose tosses up a 6-6. You don't get your kick. Get your kicks on Route 66. Left-handed batter. 6-6. A 4, and Rusty Staub hits a shot. Right center field, it's going to be a double. 1 through 8's a double. We rolled a 4, scoring from second base. Back-to-back doubles. Sutherland scores, and it's 5-2 Expos. Legrand a l'Orange gets the green light, and he knocks in a run. So Staub now 1 for 2 with a walk, and he scored a run. 5-2 Expos. Unbelievable. The Pirates in panic mode. Back-to-back doubles by the men from the north. Oh, Bruce DeGiorgio. I love Rusty Staub. Another of my favorite baseball players, non-Reds. Again, just favorites. Also, if you just joined us, I always, when I play an open world, like an out of the ballpark, a lot of times I try to trade to get Rusty. I have Rusty Staub in my 72 Red Sox. We're now in 73. I couldn't get Al Oliver. I tried to trade for him twice. I couldn't get him, but I always try to get those guys. And here comes Mac Jones, the mayor of Jonestown, 2 for 2, actually 1 for 2, excuse me, a ground out ribby, and then a home run. Staub at second. LeBoy on deck. The pitch to Mac Jones. We thought briefly of walking him, decided not to. 3-6. Right-handed pitcher, 3-6, and there's a walk anyway. So they pitch carefully to Mac Jones. First and second. Bullpen up for the Pirates. 5-2 Montreal. And here comes Coco LeBoy, a fan favorite of Thomas Williamson. LeBoy has doubled in 2 runs and popped to first. Bob Moose on the ropes. Coco LeBoy looking to TKO him. Here's the pitch to Coco. 1-11. Righty-righty matchup. 1-11. Single to center. Coco LeBoy singles to center. Center fielder is Alou. He has a +2 arm. Staub, 1 through 10. 1 through 12. They're going to, with no outs, they're going to hold. They're going to hold. So bases will be juiced for Ron Fairley as everyone goes 90 feet and stops. Staub is at third. Jones is at second. And Coco LeBoy now 2 for 3 at first. As Dave Gardner says, respect walk. Yes, it was. So here's Ron Fairley. And I think that's it for Bob Moose. Wow, his ERA was 2.91, and he has been racked around. The rolls have not been good for Bob Moose. And the Pirates, let's quickly look. Lou Marone, 255, and he's a lefty. And that's it. Bob Moose is done. We're going to go with Lou Marone, the lefty. So it's going to go lefty-lefty matchup. And he's a hitting card 1. Not that he's going to hit. As Thomas Williamson says, Coco moves them up. So Lou Marone. And let's go with a red pen for Lou. So Robertson is awful. He's given up 5 runs, and he's responsible for the bases loaded. Robertson pitched 4 innings. Wow. The runs are still up in the air. He did strike out 2, but he's on the end of a really bad loss here. The Pirates they need to rally. And here comes Lou Marone to try to get the Pirates out of this mega mess. Lou Marone. He was 1-1, no saves, but a 2.55 earned run average. He threw 35 innings, struck out 25, walked 13, and they need a strikeout here, a couple of them. Lefty-lefty matchup here. So here's Lou Marone, M-A-R-O-N-E, facing Ron Fairley. Expos first baseman's flown out twice to the center fielder, Alou. Staub at third, Mac Jones at second, Coco LeBoy at first. 5-2 Expos, no outs. Top of the 5th. Marone has a word with Seguin. Seguin back behind the plate, squats down, sets the target. The pitch to Ron Fairley. Expos looking to break it open here. 3-9, lefty-lefty, 3-9, ground ball B to the pitcher. Ground ball B. If no runners are forced, runners hold. If one or more runners are forced, runner at first is out. Batter is safe. Disregard previous results. Other runners advance 1 base. Well, I'm not doing that. They would play the infield in, and that's what we're going to call. I should have called infield in. Ground ball B, they get the guy at the plate. I should have said that, infield in. Again, I don't understand ball hit to the pitcher. Who the hell scores on a ball hit to the pitcher? Unless it goes off his glove or something. Ground ball B. Batter is out at first. If no runners are forced, runners are hold. If one or more runners are forced, runner at first is out. Batter is safe, so they're saying they don't complete the double play. Okay, that makes sense, but I should have called infield in. They would have played infield in. They would have played for the plate. So, Jones, Staub is out. Staub is out. Fairley reaches on the fielder's choice. Jones goes to third. LeBoy goes to second. Because I should have called infield in. Because they would have played infield in. Down 5-2. And Fairley reaches on the fielder's choice. 1-2. So 1 out. Staub is erased at the plate. Stepping on the plate was Seguin. Yes, Jeff races. Before I started watching, the Bucks were coming back. Now they're about to get routed. Humph. If I go to sleep now, maybe you'll roll the dice better, with a big smile. The dice gods have not been kind to the Pirates. Though they did get that 2 runs off the Moose single off the Robertson card. Okay, thank you. Sports Time Machine Strat rules are implied. Pitchers are always in no matter what. Okay, thank you, because I was going to say that made no sense to me, because they would play for the out, a ball hit back to the pitcher. I mean to the plate. Thank you very much, our good friend, Mr. Utah Mike. Remember, check out his wonderful channel. And here comes Ron Brand now. So a double play ball. Brand is a righty. We're going to stick with Marone. He has a good ERA. Double play gets them out of the mess here. 5-2 Expos. No place to put Ron Brand. The lefty Maroon's ready. He rocks and deals. Pitch homeward bound to Brand. 4-4. Will it close the door? Right-handed batter. 4-4. Fly ball right field C. That's shallow. They're not going to challenge the arm of Clemente as he comes in, sets himself, fires towards the plate, and holding at third is Mac Jones. Fly ball C. Runners hold. So Maroon jams Brand, who flares it to right, and Clemente came racing in. So there's 2 outs now. This could be a mega squander for the Expos. Up 5-2. They did get 1 run, but they had bases loaded, no outs. Now it's bases loaded, 2 outs. And here's Bobby Wine. Wine, hoping to be a fine Wine, has struck out and singled. On deck, and you can't walk Bobby Wine because that would walk a run in, is the pitcher Jerry Robertson. Righty-lefty, lefty-righty matchup. The lefty Maroon 1 out away from getting out of this huge mess that was left by Bob Moose. The pitch to Bobby Wine. Will he be a fine Wine? That's a 6-9 to Bobby Wine. Right-handed batter. 6-9, and he walked him. Oh, boy. Seguin tries to frame the pitch. Trotting in from third is Mac Jones. And that run will be charged to Robertson, who's no longer in the game. And it's now 6-2 Montreal. So he walks. Bobby Wine should have really just went at him. Mac Jones scores. So that's an RBI for Bobby Wine. Oh, they were 1 out away from getting out of that. And here comes the pitcher. Jerry Robertson. So Wine walks. That's a ribby. And here comes Jerry Robertson. Top of the 5th. I don't think we're going to pinch hit. As again, Robertson has a 3.96 ERA. We're going to stick with. He's going to swing away 6-2. The pitch to Jerry Robinson, that is a 2-5. 2-5. Swing and a miss, and the side is retired. But the Expos pick up 2. They knock out Bob Moose. As I put Moose in the wrong spot, I put him under the freaking Expos. Let's get Captain White out and fix that. Oh. Helmet moves. So Lou Marone, let's put him under the Pirates where he belongs. He only gives up 1 inherited runner, and it's on the walk. Bob Moose went 4 innings, and they were not good. Gave up 6 earned runs. 6 runs, all of them earned, and he struck out 2. He's on the hook for the loss. Bottom of the 5th, 6-2 Expos. Due up for the Pirates, trailing by 4. Top of the order, Alou, Hebner, and Stargell. I thought about pinch hitting for the pitcher, but there's not a lot of good pitchers for the Expos. So Jerry Robertson back up on the bump for his 5th inning of work. He's given up 2 runs, and they're knocked in by his counterpart who got knocked out of the game, Bob Moose, on a bloop shot. A blooper to right, not a shot. As Jeff Ray has seen enough, he says, "Good night, sir." The pitcher walked in a run. Here's Matty Alou. 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. The pitch to Lou from Jerry Robertson. 1-10, trying to pitch the Expos into round 2. What an upset it would be. 1-10, right-handed pitcher. 1-10, ground ball to short. Up with it, and firing to first is Wine. 1 down. Matty Lou, how do you do? Well, you're 0 for 3. That's how you do. And here's the Gravedigger's son, Richie Hebner. Hebner has flown to center and singled. He's 1 for 2. Another left-handed batter. Brand wiggles the finger, sets the target. The pitch to Hebner. 1-6. Pick up some sticks. Right-handed pitcher. 1-6, and that's a walk. So Hebner's on again. Been on base 2 out of 3 times. Pirates need base runners, so that's a good at-bat for Richie Hebner. And here comes Willie Stargell. One mighty swing of the bat will bring the Pirates to within 2. Stargell's 0 for 1. He's grounded short and walked. Hebner will not be held on. Robertson looks in, nods his head. The leg kick and the pitch to Stargell. 2-7. Right-handed pitcher, 2-7. Fly ball center field. Going back a bit and making the catch is Klein. Retreating to first is Hebner. 2 down. So Jerry Robertson still pitching well in the bottom of 5th. 2 outs. Base is empty. Hebner 1 through 12. We're not going to hold him on, so he'll be a +2, 1 through 14. As I just learned, if you're holding someone on, the fielder doing the holding on decreases his range. And I was watching baseball demos, and I was like, oh, I'm going to do that. So here's Roberto Clemente. Clemente has flown out to center, flown out to left, deep both times. Will he get a hold of one and pull the Pirates to within 2? Robertson, arms down to his chest. The windup and the pitch to Roberto Clemente. 5-11, righty-righty matchup. 5-11, single to left. Clemente singles to left. Klein with a neutral arm. Hebner with 2 outs becomes a 1 through 14. They're down 4. He's going to go station to station. He'll stop at second as Al Oliver's on deck. Oliver hitting to that horrific 3-6-1 double play that took the Pirates out of a possible big inning. So 1 out, 2 on, first and second. Here comes Al Oliver as the Expos get their bullpen up. As Daniel says hello, back again from Card&Dice Outpost, Australia. What's the temperature in Australia? Thank you for joining us. The island that is also a continent. So here's Al Oliver, A-O, trying to make it A-OK. 1 out, 2 on. Robertson has a word with Brand. Brand back behind the plate. Now Robertson's ready. He rocks and deals to Al Oliver. 6-4. Hoping to close the door on Al Oliver's Jerry Robertson. Left-handed batter. 6-4. Ground ball to short. 7. Ground ball to short. The shortstop, Wine, is a 3. 3-7. Three, 7, ground ball B. They will not turn 2. They'll get the middle runner. Runner at first is out. Batter is safe. So the relay throw is not in time. Hebner advances to third. Clemente is out at second. A good hard slide on the 6-4 left-handed batter. So that fielder's choice, 6-4. So 2 outs, first and third, as Clemente goes in quite hard and upends Sutherland at second. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. So Oliver at first, Hebner at third, and here comes Manny Seguin. Seguin is singled and doubled. 6-2 Expos. Robertson Looks in. He nods his head. The leg kick and the pitch to Manny Seguin. 3-5. Will Seguin stay alive? Righty, 3-5. Single! Manny Seguin does it again. 2 stars. Hebner scores from third. Pirates cut the lead in half. It's now 6-3. Oliver goes first to third. And Manny Seguin is now 3 for 3. 2 singles and a double, and now a ribby. So the Pirates get one back. It's 6-3. Here in the bottom of the fifth, Jerry Robertson. Expos get their bullpen up one more time. So Seguin's been a hitting machine for the Pirates. And he knocks in a run. First run not knocked in by a pitcher for the Pirates. First and third. And here comes Gene Ollie. Ollie's 1 for 2. He singled and scored and flowed to center. Robertson nods his head, looking for that third and final out here. He deals to Gene Ollie. Ollie looking for a clutch hit. 1-5 again. Righty matchup. 1-5. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. That's a huge strikeout. The second of the game. And what a big one it was for Jerry Robertson. But the Pirates do get one back. We go to the top of the sixth. And it is 6-3. Lou Marone can pitch 2 innings, so we're going to keep him in as he'll face Klein, Sutherland, and Staub. This will be his last inning. Pirates do get one back. They cut the lead to 3. And now Lou Marone will try to keep it as a 3-run deficit and take it to the bottom of the 6th. So Klein, Sutherland, and Staub. Klein is 1 for 3. Could easily be 3 for 3. Was robbed of a couple of hits. One on a great play by the second baseman, Ollie. And then a Lou ball hit into the gap makes the diving catch in center. So here's Ty Klein. Lou Marone, lefty. Marone, lefty matchup. The pitch to Klein. 1-4. Will it close the door on Ty Klein? 1-4. Line shot, and again leaping in the air is a second baseman, Ollie. Holy cow. He could be 4 for 4. Another web gem by Gene Ollie. At second, 1 away. Klein just shaking his head. 6-3. And here's Gary Sutherland. Sutherland, a bunt hit on a sack attempt, then robbed on a great catch by Stargell. Made the leaping catch and left, banged into the wall, and then a double. So he is 2 for 3. He scored twice. Right-handed batter. Marone picks up the sign from Seguin. The pitch to Gary Sutherland. No relation to Donald Sutherland, to my knowledge. 4-9. Right-handed batter. 4-9. Ground ball to short. The shortstop for the Expos is Wine. It's a 3-18. He will make the play. 3-18. Wine gobbles it up. Fires to first for out number... Oh, wait a second. Wine is the Pittsburgh shortstop. Podtek is a 3. Same result. Podtek fires to first. And that is out number 2. So a nice play by Freddie Podtek. And again, the second baseman, Ollie Podtek, short. Yep, 6-3. Brain fart there for a moment. So Sutherland grounds out to Podtek. 2 outs, bases empty for La Grande à l'Orange, Rusty Staub. Staub has walked and scored, grounded to first, and doubled in a run. 1 for 2, excuse me. The pitch to La Grande à l'Orange from Lou Marone, lefty matchup. 5s across the board. That's a 5-10 with a 3. Excuse me. Lefty, 5-10. Ground ball to third, defense check. 5-10, and that's a 3. That's not going to be good. Third baseman's Richie Hebner. Hebner's a 3 and a 3. It's a single into left past the dive of Hebner. So Staub is now 2 for 3, keeps the inning alive with a single, and that brings up Mac Jones. Jones has grounded out for a ribby, homered for a ribby and scored, and then walked and scored. So he is 2 for 3, a ribby and 2 runs scored. And here comes the mayor of Jonestown in Montreal, Mac Jones. Lefty-lefty matchup. Pirates again have their bullpen up. Staub will not be held on, so he'll be 1 through 12. The pitch to Mac Jones from Lou Marone. 2-10. Lefty-lefty. 2-10. And a 3. And Mac Jones does it again. He launches a ball to center, and it's going to be off the wall. 2 stars. Staub will go first to third and will be held up with 2 outs. They don't wave him in. The relay throw was a good one. He would have been a dead duck at the plate. So Mac Jones has doubled. Second and third, 2 outs. How big was that leaping catch by Ollie, the second baseman, off the bat of Klein now? So second and third, Marone does not get the lefties out. And here comes Coco LaBoy. And that's it for Lou Marone. As he's going to be the second batter up anyway. So the Pirates go to their pen again. They might have to go to what looks to be their closer, Joe Gibbon. 6 and 4, 2.40, 11 saves, and he can pitch 3 innings. And if we bring him in, we'll go double switch. Ollie would come out. I guess we would bring in the youngster Dave Cash, who only had 61 at-bats, but he batted .279. We still have Bill Mazeroski on the roster, though he doesn't hit worth poop in 69, .229. He's a 2 defender. Actually, I think we'll bring in Mazeroski because if we come around and we have to hit for Mazeroski, then we can go for Cash. All right, so we'll go with the better defender, Bill Mazeroski, the man who is the Yankees version of Bucky Dent. As he hit the Game 7 homer in 1960 to upset the Yankees in the World Series. All right, so lots of movement here. Joe Gibbon will come in. Double switch. Gene Ollie goes out. The pitcher, Gibbon, goes in the 7 spot. And we'll just do that for now. I mean, he's not going to hit anyway, but we'll just put it there. Marone is relieved. Going in the 9 spot and playing second is Mazeroski. Oh, he's going to bat second. But he's a 2 defender. Maybe we're going to put Cash in. Watch, and they'll hit the ball at Cash. Yeah, we're going to go Mazeroski. Mazeroski here. The hero of the 60 World Series. Second base. He's a 2, E11, D stealer, D bunter, B hit and run. So he's a D, D, B, and a 1 through 10. So he's as slow as dirt. And now, all right, so Gibbon is a 1. All right, so let's see. Al Oliver, Gene Ollie goes here. He's out. So Gibbon would hit after Seguin. We got that right. Gene Ollie's out. Bill Mazeroski will hit after Patek. Then we go to the top of the order. All right, we got that situated. Double switch. We've executed the double switch. And Joe Gibbon on the mound, as we should write him in, and we need a new pen color. So Lou Marone goes 1 2/3. Can't go the full 2. Gave up an inherited runner, but that was charged to Moose, so no runs right now. He is responsible for first and third. He struck out 1. A new pen color will be green. And now here comes the closer, Joe Gibbon. And he can go 3 innings, and we're going to try to stretch him out to those 3 innings unless we have to. That's why we did the double switch. At least get 2 innings out of him. Keep it a 3-run deficit. He was 6-4, 11 saves, 2.40. Quite a ball game here in Pittsburgh, to the shock of the Pirates fans. And he's going to face Coco LeBoy. LeBoy 2 for 3. He's doubled in 2 runs. Popped to first and singled. Chance for another hit. Staub at third, Mac Jones at second, so it's second and third, excuse me, not first and third. 2 outs. Line out, ground out, and then it all fell apart for Lou Marone. Gibbon has a word with Seguin. Gibbon up on the bump. He rocks and deals to Coco LeBoy. Montreal trying to add to their 6-3 lead. It is a 2-5. Gibbon is a lefty, but we went with he's our best pitcher left. 2-5. Against the right-handed left-handed pitcher, 2-5. He jams Coco LeBoy. Popped up right side. Calling for it is Mazeroski, who just enters the game. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. Wow. Montreal puts 2 on, but failed to score. What a job by Gibbon, who pumps his fist. Marone, no runs. Bottom of the 6th, 6-3 Pirates. Due up for Pittsburgh, Patek, Mazeroski, and Alou. So what a job by Joe Gibbon. As Bruce DeGiorgio says, Pirates advantage in the battle of the bullpens. Yes. Hope everyone's enjoying the game. Just have a nice... I don't do anything fast, as you people should realize. I enjoy my games, and I enjoy the chat. And my allergies are killing me, so we're definitely not doing anything fast. All right. So, let's take a quick look. Excuse me. Montreal. Dan McGinn. Oh, God, they're awful. 394 with 6 saves. Carol Sembera. 355. Roy Face. 394. We might go to Gary Waliski. I was going to pitch him if Montreal did somehow get past the Pirates. He was going to pitch the second game when they go to the second round of 16. 339, 79. Well, Dan McGinn had a lot of strikeouts. That's who we would go to next, Dan McGinn. Hello, Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming. Remember, the heavyweight set number 2 is coming out for Glory Days Boxing. We might do a boxing match later, because no one's going to be watching anyway, and I like to do boxing. But we get decent results for that. It's a fun game. Best card and dice boxing game ever. So Patek, Mazeroski, and Alou. Robertson, good for 7 innings. He's in the 6th, so no point of weakness check yet. Freddie Patek has been intentionally walked twice. Once, Moose knocked in 2 runs on a blooper to right, and then he banged into the 3-6-3 double play. But he's out of the game. The pitch to the little general, Freddie Patek. 5-7 off the arm of Jerry Robertson. Righty-righty matchup. 5-7. Swing and a miss. So Jerry Robertson gets another K. That's his third. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. 6-3 Expos. And here comes Bill Mazeroski. Came in the game on a double switch when Ali went out. So here's Bill Mazeroski. Robertson works quickly to Mazeroski. Again, that name brings the same word out of Yankee fans' mouths as Bucky Dent does to Red Sox fans. Mazeroski, that is a 5'11", righty-righty. 5'11", and Mazeroski singles! Jumps all over that first pitch fastball, singles to center. So Bill Mazeroski singles. One out, one on. Top of the order, Matty Alou. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded out 3 times. First, twice, and short once. Dan McGinn continues to warm in the bullpen. Robertson hoping for the inning-ending double play. Mazeroski not being held on. The pitch to Matty Alou trying to get his first hit. Matty Alou, how do you do? 3-8. Right-handed pitcher, 3-8, and that's a single to center. Station to station goes Mazeroski. He stops at second. Matty Alou's now 1 for 4. 3-8, right-handed pitcher. Let's double check. Single to center. Tying run comes to the plate. And Richie Hepner. Will they go to Dan McGinn now? They shall not. Hebner is 1 for 2. He's flown to center, singled and walked and scored. 1 out, 2 on. Mazeroski slow-footed at second. Matty Alou, much better speed at first. Tying run at the plate, and Richie Hebner. He's got some pop in that bat. Robertson takes a deep breath. He rocks and deals to Richie Hebner. Pirates trying to get back in this game. 6-6. You get your kicks on Route 66. Left-handed batter, 6-6. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. The 4th strikeout by Robertson, and that was huge. 2 outs, 2 on. As Pirates fans moan and groan, but here comes Willie Stargell. Stargell with 1 swat of the stick could tie it at 6. Stargell 0 for 2. He's grounded to short, walked, and flown to center. Clemente on deck. Robertson looks in at Brand. He nods his head. He rocks and deals to Willie Stargell. Will Stargell come up with a big hit? 1-4. Does it close the door? 1-4. Ball 4. Stargell walks again. Bases are juiced. As Mazeroski goes to third, Alou goes to second. Stargell claps his hands as he trots down to first, and here comes Roberto Clemente. 2 outs, bases loaded for Roberto Clemente. Clemente flew out deep to center, flew out deep to left, and then singled. He's 1 for 3, 6-3. Clemente, the go-ahead run at the plate. Tying run at first, and Willie Stargell. He's very slow. And this could be it for Jerry Robertson. Dan McGinn can go 4 innings in relief. And he's a lefty. Oh boy, we don't want to bring in a lefty to face Clemente. Though, I mean, he hits equally as well. Actually hits better against, well, obviously better against lefties. Carol Simbera, oh, he has too many walks. Roy Face, is he a righty? Yeah. They're going to stick with Jerry Robertson right now. Because then we have a... They're going to stick with Jerry Robertson. Dan McGinn is ready, as well as Roy Face. But Jerry Robinson convinces the manager that he's okay. He can get him out of it. Here's Roberto Clemente. 2 outs, bases loaded, 6-3. Bottom of the 6th. Clemente ready to grip and rip. Robertson beat a sweat from his brow. The windup and the pitch of the great Roberto Clemente. 6-6. You get your kicks on Route 66. Righty, righty. 6-6. Fly ball deep to right, but not deep enough in front of the wall. Making the catch is La Grande a l'Orange, Rusty Staub, and Jerry Robertson pumps his fist. He has done it again. He has wiggled his way out. Clemente now 1 for 4 as Roberto Clemente just missed one more time. A big squander for the Pirates. We go to the top of the 7th. Six to 3 Montreal. Joe Gibbon back up on the bump for the Pirates. He got that final out. Pirates had Expos had second and third, but didn't push a run across in the 6th. He'll face Fairley, Brand, and Wine. Wow, Jerry Robertson doing his JOB. Point of weakness check in the 7th for Jerry. They're sticking with the hot hand. Their best ERA pitcher, Jerry Robertson. And until he hits point of weakness, I think that's what we're going to do. That was huge, folks. Bruce DiGiorgio keeping his fingers crossed. Carl Kolchak says, Roy faced the ex-great Pirate relief pitcher. Interesting. Was he on the 60 team? That's why that name sounds familiar. All right, 6 to 3. Expos know their lead is not safe. They want to add to it. Here's Joe Gibbon back up on the bump. Here's Ron Fairley, first baseman. Fairley 0 for 3. 2 flyouts, a center, and a fielder's choice. Left-handed batting Fairley awaits the Gibbon left-handed offering. Here's the pitch, homeward bound to Fairley. 4-6. Lefty. 4-6 and a 1. And Ron Fairley has just launched that ball high and deep to center, going back at the wall, looking up as a Lou. It is gone. Ron Fairley, the Expos hit their second one out on Pirates pitching. 4-6. Let's do the double check. Home run 1 through 13. We rolled a 1. And that ball is gone. The former Dodger has now given the Expos a 7-3 lead. As Gibbon was cooked. A home run to Ron Fairley. What a way to break out. 1 for 4 now. 7-3 Expos. As an upset is looming. As Jerry Robertson sitting intensely in that dugout. A home run for Fairley, 7-3, Expos. And here comes Ron Brand, the catcher. Brand 0 for 2. He's grounded to third, walked, and flown to right. Gibbon disgusted with himself. He challenged Fairley with a fastball, and that got crushed to center. The pitch homeward bound to Ron Brand. 5-2, how do you do? Left-handed pitcher. 5-2, right-handed batter, 5-2, ground ball to second base. Mazeroski's a 2, and that's an 18. He'll make that play. 2-18, Mazeroski has it. Flips to Oliver at first. 1 out. As the crowd here in Pittsburgh, very anxious. Bruce DiGiorgio, is it an insurmountable lead, he says. We don't know. We shall find out. Stay tuned. And that brings up Bobby Wine. Bobby Wine, the shortstop, is struck out, singled, and walked with the bases loaded, so he has a ribby, 1 for 2. Will he be as sweet as Wine? Gibbon rocks and deals to Bobby Wine. 4-12. That's boxcars. Right-handed batter. 4-12. Ground ball to first. Defense check for Oliver. He's a 2, and that's a 13. I believe he should make the play. Nope, it's going to go to an error check. 7 through 15. Oliver, error rating is an E13. That's a 10. I think he makes the play on an E13. He does. He backhands it, takes it to the bag himself. Had anyone been on it, was a double play ball, but it's a ground out 3. So 2 down after the shot heard round the world by Fairley. 7-4. 7-3. Stop saying 7-4. 7-3. Expos. Jerry Robertson will come to the plate, and he's going to hit. The pitch to Jerry Robertson. And he gets lucky. He gets off the pitcher's card. He's a righty. Switch hitter. He's a switch hitter. So he would be a righty. That's a 6-7. 6-7. Ground ball to short. Podtek. Throws to Oliver, and the side is retired. But the leadoff homer by Fairley does the damage. It's now 7-3. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Expos, they have a 4-run lead. Due up in the bottom of the 7th for the Pirates, who are trailing by 4. Oliver, Seguin, and Ali. And Jerry Robertson back up on the bump. Big smile at first. For Ron Fairley as he goes out to the field. 7th inning, point of weakness check for Jerry Robertson. Oh, that's a good point. Sports Time Machine says, like Al, Red Sox fans 83 tournament, I will not be surprised a rinse and repeat winner, in my opinion. Very good point. Very good point. All right, here's Al Oliver. Oliver is struck out, banged into a double play, reached on a fielder's choice. He's 0 for 3. Jerry Robinson wants that ball and wants to work. The pitch to AO Al Oliver. 3-6. Pick up some sticks. Right-handed pitcher. 3-6. Oh! Ouch! Curveball gets away from Robertson, and Oliver didn't move. That hits him. So he advances to first. Hit by pitch. On the 0-2 count, and Robertson not happy with himself. Brand says he didn't move out of the way. They'll listen to none of that. DJ John, 4-4. Hope all is well from the left coast. And here's Manny Seguin, 3 for 3. A single and scored a run, a double, and then a single for an RBI. Will he go 4 for 4? Oliver will not be held on. Will not be held on with a 4-run lead. The pitch to Manny Seguin trying to go 4 for 4. That's a 1-7. Is it a lucky 7? Righty-righty matchup. 1-7 and a 16. Line shot, a step and a dive. What a catch by the third baseman. Coco the boy pops up, fires to first. But diving back is Oliver, as Oliver was off on contact, it seemed. What a job by Coco the boy, robbing extra bases, and Manny Seguin is finally retired. Holy cow, in the words of the late, great Phil Rizzuto, he almost turned off a double play there. So 1 away, as Seguin shakes his head, and Pirates fans who rose up now sit back down. And here comes Gibbon, and he's not going to hit, so he is out of the game. We need a pinch hitter. So here comes a pinch hitter. 1 on, 1 out. Oliver's at first. He was hit by a pitch, the curveball, that got away from Jerry Robertson. And it's going to be Jose Pagan, 285, 9 homers, 42 ribbies. Right-handed stick. Is Cash a lefty? No, he's a righty. Well, all right, we're going to go with our best hitter off the bench, Jose Pagan. So Pagan will pinch hit. And Gibbon is done. And now we need a pitcher. And it's going to be Bruce Dahl-Canton. 8-2 with 5 saves, 3.34. And he can go 3 innings, so that's who's going to come in for that. Let's just get him ready here. Let's do that so we know. Actually, let's flip it this way so I know I have to put him in the game. Jose Pagan trying to get it to Ty Klein with some runners on as over here. And what is his hitting card? Oh, he's a 5. He's a 5, so we got to find if. Well, he's not going to hit anyway. If we get to that, we'll just do that. So let's just move Pagan here. We'll do this so we know it's the pitcher. Pinch hitting for the pitcher, Jose Pagan. here in the bottom of the 7th. 7-3 Expos. One out, one on. Oliver at first. Pagan digs in the right-hander's batter's box. The pitch from Jerry Robertson. 5-8. Righty, 5-8. And a 17. That is a single to center. Going first to third on the 2 stars is Al Oliver. So Pagan gets a huge pinch hit single there. 5-8. Righty, 5-8. Triple 1 through 2. We rolled a 17. It's a single, 2 stars. So Oliver goes first to third. Pagan singles. One out. One more hit. Hit by pitch. Does that count point of weakness? It's like a walk. I'm going to say yes. So Freddie Patek now comes up. Dan McGuinn's ready. This could be the last batter. Mazeroski on deck. One out. They're looking for the double play ball off the bat of Patek. As pinching the middle is Sutherland and Wine for the Expos. Staub yelling encouragement from right field to Jerry Robertson. Robertson fatiguing now. The pitch to Freddie Patek. Ah, son of a reroll. I hit the red die. Pitch to Freddie Patek again. Foul ball. 5-6. 5-6. Righty, 5-6. Swing and a miss. Righty, he strikes out Patek. We call the foul ball because my hand hit the red die and I don't remember what it was. And that is the fifth K. Fifth K, so 2 outs. First and third now. And here comes Bill Mazeroski. He came in on the double switch and he singled. Do we go to Dave Cash? Mazeroski. Do we go to Dave Cash? No, Mazeroski will hit. Brewster Georgia saying, where's McGinn? Robertson trying to work his way out here. Get through the 7th. 7-3 lead. The pitch to Bill Mazeroski. 6-11. Righty, 6-11. Fly ball right field. Oh boy. Fielder's check. Staub is a 4 and that's a 6. That's not going to be bueno. Right field, Staub again, 4-6 on the 20-sided die, 4-6. It's a double! Staub cannot get there. He makes the diving attempt, 2 stars. So once again, Staub's defensive range comes into play. Mazeroski off the bench is now 2 for 2. Oliver scores from third, trotting in. Ali goes second to third on the double. It's now 7-4 with 2 outs. Had Seguin double down the line. Oh boy, but the great play by Coco LaBoy is huge now. So Oliver scored. Pagan goes first to third. Mazeroski is at second with a double and a ribby. And that's it, because point of weakness has been... That's it. That's it for Jerry Robertson. Jerry Robertson went 6 2/3. Responsible for the runners on, and he struck out 5. And here comes Dan McGinn. the lefty to face the lefty, Matty Alou. And the Expos have the top of the order, so no double switch, obviously. Dan McGinn, 7-10 with 6 saves, 3.94. He did have one start. He can go 4 innings of relief. And he is a 5. No, he's a 6 hitter's card with normal power. And he's a lefty. N means normal, I would assume. All right, so well, that's that. That's for the Pittsburgh. So Dan McGinn's in to face the lefty Alou, 7-4. Pirates pulled to within 3 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Matty Alou is 1 for 4. Pagan at third. Mazeroski at second, 2 outs. McGinn deals to the left-handed batting Matty Alou, 5-9, lefty-lefty, 5-9, ground ball to short. The shortstop is Wine. He's a 3 and a 14, 3-14 defense check. Ground ball to short, 3-14, charging it is Wine. Quick release to first, a stretch by Fairley, and they get Matty Alou by a half step on the ground ball C, and the side is retired. So McGinn does his job, limits the damage to 1 run. Alou is now 1 for 5. So 4 runs given up by Jerry Robertson, but he pitched well. He pitched tough. He's in line for the win. We go to the top of the 8th, 7-4 Expos, trying to pull off a huge upset here in the first bracket of 16. Remember, the top 8 teams in 1969 got the automatic bid into the second round and the second bracket of 16. Due up for the Expos, Klein, Sutherland, and Staub. The new pitcher for the Pirates will be Bruce Del Canton. And we got to go to another color pen here. And we'll go with the crazier shade of blue. Pirates' 4th pitcher, Del Canton, can go 3 innings. So Gibbons' day is done. Gibbon went an inning and a third. Did give up the homer to Fairley. An inning and 2/3. An inning and a third. And he didn't strike out any. 7-4 Expos. So Del Canton comes in. Do we want to do a double switch? No. So he's going to bat in the 8th spot. All right, let's get Pagan out, and let's just put a pitcher's card in there. There, Mazeroski's done. Alou's done. Pagan's done. He got his pinch hit single. The Pirates bench has produced, but they still trail by 3 with 6 outs to go. So it's a race. Can the Expos get 6 outs before the Pirates score 3 or more runs? And Bruce Del Canton on the mound. Top of the order for the Expos, Klein, Sutherland, and Staub. Klein is 1 for 4, could easily be 4 for 4. 3 great plays have robbed him after his single. He scored a run. Bruce Del Canton is a righty. Klein is a lefty. The windup and the pitch by Del Canton. 4-3. What would it be? We shall see. Left-handed batter. 4-3 ground ball to third. Third baseman is Hebner. That's a 3-7. 3-7. We goes to an error check. Richie Hebner is an E26. Oh boy, he needs a high roll here. That's a 3. That's not happening. E26, 3. He boots the ball. And Klein is on. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. Should have been out number 1. Instead, it's an E5. Pirates not helping themselves there. So Klein is on first. Sutherland will bunt him. They're going to play for the bunt. He's an A bunter, turns into a B. Remember, he had a bunt base hit. As Klein, they tried to bunt Klein over in the first, and that opened up a big inning for the Expos. He is actually 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, but he's going to bunt here. He's a B bunter. That's a 6. That will move the runner over. I'm almost positive at B6. Batter's thrown out by Hebner, the third baseman, on the wheel play. So Hebner goes to Mazeroski. Advancing to second is Klein. So a good sack bunt there by Sutherland. He claps his hands as he goes back to the bench. 1 out. Big insurance run at second in Klein. Again, he's 1 through 14. Do they want to hold him close? They won't right now. And here comes La Grande à l'Orange, Rusty Staub. Staub is walked, grounded to first, doubled in a run, and singled. So he is 2 for 3. The righty, Del Canton, is ready. The windup and the pitch to the lefty, Rusty Staub. 1-6, pick up some sticks. Right-handed pitcher, 1-6, and a 16. And Staub is going to double. Klein will race around third and score on the 1-6 right-handed pitcher. A triple 1 through 3. We rolled a 16. That's a single, 2 stars. So the sack bunt produces fruit. A costly error by Richie Hebner. And the Expos get that run back. It's now 8-4. As Rusty Staub picks up his third hit and his second RBI for La Grande à l'Orange. The Expos fighting tooth and nail to get to that second round. Staub's at first, 1 out. Pirates fans in dismay. And here comes Mac Jones, the mayor of Jonestown. Jones, ground out RBI, a home run, a walk, and scored. He scored twice and a double. 1 out. Staub takes a slight lead at first. They're not holding him on. The pitch to Mac Jones from Bruce Del Canton. The pitch to the lefty Jones is a 6-10. Left-handed batter, 6-10. Fly ball deep to right. Making the catch is Clemente. Bluffing, but nowhere not going is Staub. 2 outs. 8-4 Montreal. And here comes Coco LeBoy. What will Coco do here? He's had a fine game. How huge was that step and a dive catch on the line shot off the bat of Manny Seguin that back in the 7th? LeBoy, doubled in 2 runs, popped to first, singled, and then popped to second. Staub will be off on contact. He will be 1 through 12. They're not going to hold him on. Bruce Del Canton nods his head. Seguin sets a target to pitch to Coco LeBoy. 6-5. Righty-righty matchup. 6-5. Ground ball to short. Freddie Patek is a 3. That's a 14. 3-14. Patek charges. Quick release. And they get Coco LeBoy at first. The side is retired, but the Staub single with 1 out gives the Expos an 8-4 lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Due up for the Pirates in the bottom of the 8th. Hebner, Stargell, and Clemente. Hebner's got to make up for that huge unearned run due to his error. So Rusty Staub gets one back. Staub's fielding range and right has cost the Expos some runs, but he gets one of them back. Actually, he's gotten 2 back. Shoot, I messed up here. Who made the last? Okay, Fairley. No, I did that right. Okay. Klein. Southern. All right, I did that right. Fairley leads off in the top of the 9th. So it's Richie Hebner, the lefty, to face the lefty Dan McGinn. McGinn in relief for a gutty Jerry Robertson. Robertson is in line for the win. McGinn got him out of the jam on the ground out by Alou in the bottom of the 7th. So here's Richie Hebner. Hebner has flown to center, singled, walked, and scored and struck out. Lefty-lefty matchup. The windup and the pitch from McGinn. He fires in a 1-7 to Richie Hebner. 1-7, ground ball to first. Fairley has it, tosses to McGinn, 1 out. 3-1. Five outs away are the Expos, up 8-4. Here comes Willie Stargell, another lefty-lefty matchup. Stargell has walked twice, grounded out, and flown out. He's 0 for 2. The pitch to Willie. McGinn tosses up a 6-8. Lefty-lefty, 6-8. Single past the dive of Fairley into right. 1 through 19's a single. We roll to 12. So Stargell picks up his first hit, and here comes Roberto Clemente. Clemente is 1 for 4. He has singled and flown out deep 3 times. 8-4 lead for the Expos. McGinn nods his head. Brand sets the target. The pitch to Roberto Clemente. 4-9. Right-handed batter. 4-9 and a 12. Clemente tags it to left. Back at the track, at the wall, making the catch is Mac Jones as Roberto Clemente flies out deep once again. There are 2 outs. Retreating back to first is Stargell. The Expos 4 outs away from advancing to the 2nd round. You know, it will be a huge upset. Here's Al Oliver. Oliver has struck out, banged into a double play, reached on a fielder's choice, was hit by a pitch, and scored. Another lefty-lefty matchup. Brand goes through the signs. McGinn nods his head. He rocks and deals to Al Oliver. Stargell will be off on contact. He'll be a +2, 1 through 10. So that's 3s across the board. 3, 6. Pick up some sticks. 3, 6. And Oliver's hit by a pitch again on the 3-6. Second time, but this time it was a fastball off his shoulder. Back-to-back hit by pitches for Al Oliver. Stargell advances to second. You know McGinn didn't want to do that. As Pirates fans rise to their feet, clapping, and here comes Manny Seguin. No one sitting in the ballpark. 8-4 Expos. Seguin is 3 for 4. A single and a scored run. A double. A single and an RBI. And then robbed of a double down the line by Coco LeBoy at third. McGinn looks in. He nods his head. The pitch to Seguin. 2 outs, 2 on. 8-4 lead Expos. 3-4. Will it close the door on Manny Seguin? Left-handed pitcher. 3-4. Fly ball. Right field. Going back towards the line. Making the catch in the corner is Staub, and the side is retired. The Pirates strand 2. McGinn breathed a sigh of relief. Rusty Staub got a great jump on that one. We go to the top of the 9th. 8-4 Expos. The upset is 3 outs away. Wow. What a ball game. What a crazy game. Top of the 9th, 8-4. Due up for the Expos. They'll be facing Bruce Del Canton. Will be Fairley, Brand, and Wine. Pirates leave some more runners on. Clinton Parks is at the ballpark. Hope all is well. It's been a wild one here, Clinton. Expos looking to pull off the upset. Let me take a sip of water. As we're going on 2 hours. My God, have I gone slow, but I'm enjoying it. Allergies and all. Excuse me, as we head to the 1 o'clock a.m. hour on Memorial Day weekend. Never forget the sacrifice. That's why we have Memorial Day. All right, here we go. Del Canton to face Ron Fairley. Fairley, 1 for 4. He homered in his last at-bat. The righty, Del Canton, rocks and deals to the lefty, Ron Fairley, 5-10. Left-handed batter, 5-10. Fly ball, shallow center. That's going to be out number 1 as Alou comes in to make the catch. Here comes Ron Brand, the catcher. Brand's 0 for 2. He has walked. The pitch to Brand. 6-7. Right-handed batter. 6-7. Ground ball. Second base. Mazeroski is a 2. He came in on the double switch. 2-15. 2-15. Mazeroski. 2-15. Has it. Throws to first. 2 down. And here's Bobby Wine. Shortstop. Has struck out, singled, walked with the bases loaded, and grounded to first. The pitch to Bobby Wine. Del Canton fires in. 555s. 5-10. Righty-righty matchup. 5-10. Fly ball, shallow left. Coming in, making the catch is Stargell. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 8-4. Expos. Expos 3 outs away from a huge upset. Now, let's see if we have a better right fielder for Rusty Staub, who has cost the Expos a few runs with his poor range. And let's see if we have a better defensive catcher. I don't think we do. Johnny Bocabella is a 3 at catcher and a +2 arm, so it's not much difference there, though his throwing is 1 through 3. I don't want to do that. Don Bosch is a 3 right fielder with a -1 arm. Staub does have a -4 arm. And he's an E13. Staub is an E20, E11. So I think we're going to stick with Rusty Staub. Not seeing much difference here. John Bateman's a 4. Neutral arm team. Yeah, we're going to stick with everybody. I don't see a big difference in... Can we move anyone over? Oh, Ron Fairley. Hold on a second. Ron Fairley can play right. I'm almost sure of that. (3E7). 3E7. Fairley could go out to right, but he's a 2 at first. You know what? We're going to stick with the way it is. Going to keep everyone where they are. It's up to Dan McGinn and the Expos to get these 3 outs. They'll face Gibbon, Del Canton, so we'll have a pinch hitter for Del Canton. Then Patek and Mazeroski. Mazeroski 2 for 2 off the bench. All right, so Bruce Del Canton shall not hit. 3rd pinch hitter for the Pirates. And we're just going to go with our next best hitter. That's Dave Cash. So Dave Cash will come in to pinch hit, hoping to cash in. Pirates down 4 with 3 outs to go. And it is Dave Cash. We'll just go like that. So Dave Cash will pinch hit for Del Canton. And we're going to flip this card just in case we tie it up, that we know we need a new pitcher. So Cash to pinch hit in the 9th in this wild game, 8-4 Expos. The bench has had 3 hits for the Pirates. And I put this guy in the wrong spot. There we go. McGinn, the lefty, deals to Cash, the righty. Cash, 279, no homers, 4 ribbies, and 61 at-bats. We go on to play later on for the Expos in his career. The pitch from McGinn to Cash, 3-5. Left-handed pitcher, 3-5, and there's a single. So the Pirates bench does it again. Cash singles, and he's at first. And here's Freddie Patek. Patek, 2 intentional walks, 2 strikeouts. Pirates looking to their bench again. And it's Charlie Taylor who grabs a bat. So Charlie Taylor will hit for Freddie Patek. Charlie Taylor, in 221 at-bats, hit 348. Had there been a DH, we would have used him at DH. 4 homers, 33 ribbies. So Patek is done. Here comes Carl Taylor. Another move by the Pirates. So Taylor to pinch hit for Patek in the 9th. Cash takes his lead at first. They're not holding him on. Here's the pitch from McGinn to Carl Taylor. Can the Pirates bats off the bench stay hot? That's a 4-8. Right-handed batter, 4-8. And that's a single! It would have been a double, 1 through 5. It's a 12 single, 2 stars. And Dave Cash goes first to third. The Pirates not going quietly into the night at all. So back-to-back pinch hit singles, first and third for the Pirates. Now the Expos are sweating it. They get someone up in the pen. And here comes Bill Mazeroski. Mazeroski on the double switch has been 2 for 2. He's singled and doubled in a run. McGinn rocks and deals to the 1960 World Series hero, Bill Mazeroski. That's a 4-8. Right-handed batter, 4-8. Rinse and repeat. That is a single. Double 1 through 5. We rolled a 15. Mazeroski 3 for 3 off the bench. That's a single, 2 stars. Trotting in from third is Cash. Going first to third is Taylor. It's now 8-5. Holy cow. 3 straight singles. Mazeroski picks up his second ribby. McGinn on the ropes. Top of the order. And Alou. McGinn got him to ground out 6-3. They hope for the double play ball here. It's up to McGinn right now. Lefty-lefty matchup. Expos pen working. The pitch to Matty Alou. How do you do? 110. Lefty-lefty, 110. Ground ball B to short. They'll get the middle runner. Scoring. Okay, ground ball B. If one or more runners are forced, runner at first is out, batter is safe, other runners advance. So another run scores. As they went for 2, they don't turn it. Trotting in from third, actually racing in from third, is Taylor. And it's now 8-6. But the Expos are 2 outs away. Mazeroski's erased. He's out. Alou gets an RBI on the fielder's choice. What was that? 110. 6-4. Fielder's choice. 6-4. And an RBI. So the Expos 2 outs away, but the Pirates pulled it within 2. It's 8-6. This has been a wild one. And here's Richie Hebner. McGinn on the ropes. Lefty-lefty matchup. Hebner grounded out against McGinn. He is 1 for 3. A single, a walk, and a strikeout. Then the ground out. One out, runner at first is Mazeroski. 8-6 Expos. The pitch to the grave digger's son, Richie Hebner. That is a 2-3. What will it be? We shall see. Lefty matchup. 2-3. Popped up. Foul behind the plate. Tossing the mask is Brand. He waits for it to come down. 2 away. As the Expos step up on the top step of the dugout. Hebner pops out to Brand, the catcher. And now it's Willie Stargell. If he goes bippity-boppity-boom, we're tied at 8, and we're playing till 3 in the morning, most likely. Stargell, left-handed batter. He is grounded out, walked, flown out, walked, and singled. So he is 1 for 3. On deck, Clemente, who's flown out 4 times deep. And singled. Stargell, the tying run at the plate. 8-6 in this crazy second game of our 1969 tournament. My God, we've had 2 crazy games to start off. Red Sox, Indians, and now Expos, Pirates. Expos looking for the upset. McGinn looks in at Brand. Bead of sweat from his brow. The wind-up and the pitch as Bruce DeGiorgio says 1 more to go. Here's the pitch to Willie Stargell. 3-7. It's going to be a lucky 7 for someone. 3-7, lefty-lefty matchup. Swing and a miss, and the ball game is over in a shocking upset. 3-7, lefty-lefty. That is a strikeout. Had it been against a righty, that would have been a walk. The ball game is over. The Pirates plate 2, but 2 is not enough as they needed 8 to be enough. The Expos, in a shocker, defeat the Pirates 8-6. They are celebrating like it's 1999 and Mardi Gras all in one. Holy cow. The win goes to a gutsy Jerry Robertson, who went 6 2/3, gave up 4 earned runs, struck out 5. The save goes to Dan McGinn. McGinn went 2 1/3 innings, and he gave up 2 runs. McGinn struck out 1. The Expos shock the number 2 seeded Pirates in the first bracket. Remember, the top 8 teams of 1969 automatically go to the second round, Sweet 16. So this is the first bracket of 16. Robertson gets the win for the Expos. McGinn the save. The loss goes to Bob Moose. And the Expos win. 8-6. Holy cow. Hope you enjoyed it. It's 1 a.m. and we finished. Thank you for watching. And look forward to more 1969 1-and-done tournament. Strat-O-Matic, Card&Dice, advanced to the best of my ability, and some other rules. Brought to you by Sean Shiflett, who gifted me this set. So hope everyone enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Unbelievable. That's a huge upset. Expos 8, Pirates 6. Stay safe, be smart. We'll get through this coronavirus together. God bless. Love you all. Happy Memorial Day. Never forget the sacrifice of those tremendous people. Peace.